Hey guys, I thought I'd make a video and I look like shit. I got a GI bug. I mean, a lot of people say like, oh, I have the flu, but sometimes you just have a GI bug and it's not really the flu, so it really bothers me when people just assume they have the flu, so I'm just saying I have a GI bug until I know more. So as you can see, I sound and look like fucking shit. I had to call out of work tonight. I just don't fucking feel good. It happened right when I was coming out of work. I got home, my stomach was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, just very crampy, nauseous. I fucking lost it. And so I'm fucking losing fluids from both ends. You're welcome for that picture. And I just don't feel good, and my body reacts a lot harsher sometimes when I don't feel good. I vagal a lot, and what that means is you have a vagal nerve that runs from, hello cat, it's trying to play with my dreads. You have a vagal nerve that runs from the back of your throat down to your bum, and when that's like overstimulated, you can faint because it affects your blood pressure and your heart rate, all that stuff. So literally every time I get nauseous or sick or vomit, I fucking faint. And so that's always super fun to experience. And since my boyfriend and I had split, this is the first time I've been sick alone. So that wasn't any fun. I don't know why. It's not that I'm a baby. It's just that I think everyone likes having someone to take care of them when they're sick. And so not having anyone there and literally just feeling like shit laying in bed isn't enjoyable for anyone. So you can see, like, I can't even like open my fucking eyes. My face looks like shit. I feel like shit. Like, my back hurts. My skin hurts. I really need to take a shower, but I'm afraid of what the water's gonna feel like on my skin, because that's another thing my body does, is I know I'm getting sick when my skin hurts. It happened like with my Grammy too. Like, we knew we get sick when our skin starts to hurt. So I'm afraid of what the water is gonna feel like. But I think I'm just so fucking tired, man. Oh, I've slept literally all day. Anyways, I think the worst part about, is this the pink one? Yeah. Sorry, I found lipstick on the ground and I was wondering if it was my pink or my red one. I've lost my red one, but this is the pink one. Oh, shit. Anyways. I think the worst part about being sick today is I think like this day coming in is going to be my 6th day being vegan and without binging and purging. So whoop whoop for that. But the problem is with me being sick, I can't really eat because I'm just gonna fucking puke it up, and I can't even drink and all that stuff, and so it's just like exacerbating my like ED thoughts. So I'll go and because I'm really hungry right now, but my brain is like, oh, you're hungry? Like, if you're hungry though, you're gonna puke again. Like, you can't eat, you're gonna puke. And another thing it's doing is, so it's just convincing me to not eat because it's afraid it's gonna puke, even though that's a lie. I know my body really just doesn't want to eat because it's afraid it's gonna gain weight. And another thing that's going on is I'm just thinking, like, oh, like, part of me is actually happy I'm sick because I have been throwing up, therefore losing fluid, and I can't eat, therefore my body doesn't have any potential, like, fat to store and things like that. So my bulimia is starting to pick up and be like, aren't you glad you're sick? Aren't you glad that your body fucking hates you right now? That way that there's a potential you could lose weight. Like, what the fuck? Like, why, brain? Why are you thinking that? So that really bothers me, that my mind can be so sick and sabotage my thoughts by making me glad I'm actually physically ill. Like, how sick is that? That I can be happy that I have a GI bug and therefore I can't eat and drink, and oh, isn't that such a good thing? Like, no, it's not a good thing. Like, my body really needs some TLC right now, brain, and you're fucking it all up for me. So that's annoying. And another thing is, sorry, my septum is turned up, like my septum ring, and it's just really itchy. Hello, cat. Another thing, I have OCD, but like a specific form. I'm pretty sure it's like called pure O. I'm unsure. But it's not necessarily like rituals, like turn the light switch on and off, or like that. It mainly involves like a fear of germs, and, like washing your hands, and obsessive thoughts. So I can go from one thing, like one situation, and literally fucking twist the shit out of it to end up in the worst possible case scenario. I'm actually really good at it. It's a horrendous talent, but that can come in handy sometimes when you're like, oh, well, if I do this, like, what are the possible consequences? And literally all the fucking possible consequences are there. So sometimes it's actually been helpful and prevented me into doing some stupid things, even though I'm already pretty shitty enough to myself and my body. So there's fucking that. But no, anytime I get sick, I think what me, oh my gosh, I really do look like shit. I'm dying. I think what really bothers me most about when I'm sick is the thought of someone's germs getting into my body is terrifying. I'm like, did I breathe them in? Like, I tasted them, they were in my mouth. Like, did I breathe them in? Are they in my lungs? Like, did they get in my eyes? Like, I can't touch my eyes, and then my hands look so dirty and scary to me. Like, I'm afraid of them. And then my brain will go from, is your stomach sick, or are you hemorrhaging? Is your stomach sick, or, you know, like, is your stomach perforated because maybe you puked too hard like 6 days ago? Like, so even completely irrelevant things. Also some TMI. Sometimes, actually, I really enjoy, I don't care. I'm a grown-up. I can say this. I really enjoy having anal sex. So there, said it. Anyways, so that happened recently, and so now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like, I've perforated my bowel, I'm losing stool into my abdomen, I'm gonna get fucking septic, I'm gonna die, and then my back hurts, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have meningitis, and that's gonna infect my brain, and I'm gonna die from meningitis. And then I'll think, well, my cats sometimes drink out of my water by accident, and I don't always catch it. And what if I didn't catch it this time? And if they lick their paws and they step in the litter box, and what if they get parasites on their paws, and then when they lick their paws, it goes on their tongue, and then in their tongue it's in my water? And what if I have a parasite now, and it's in my blood, and then it's going to go to my brain, and then it's going to eat my brain? And what if that happens, and why don't I have a fever, and shouldn't I have a fever? Like, my body's not heating up to kill what's in my body. So I'll go from fucking perforated stomach, perforated bowel, fucking parasites in my brain, meningitis. So, and it's literally all concerns, like real concerns to me, that I'm possibly really this sick. And so I just get tired from that, and afraid and anxious, and then all of that on top of being like physically sick is so much worse when your brain won't calm down. So I really have to talk myself through it about, Lauren, like, you're not having any of all these other symptoms that can that deal with the fears that you're having. Like, if your stomach or bowel perforated, you'd be fucking dead by now. So I'm still alive, so that can't happen. But I am still legitimately concerned that I have a fucking parasite in my brain, or that I have meningitis. So that's fucking awesome. Because I also have a headache, and it hurts to move my neck. And I'm like, and then I'll think, I can't, like, because I also want to go to the hospital because I can't fucking drink anything. So I'm so fucking dehydrated. So I need fluids. But then all I can think about is, well, I haven't had any fluids all day, so my veins are fucking non-existent. And so all they're going to do is trying to keep poking. All that's going to do is open up all these other spots in my skin that are going to have a potential for infection, and then I'm going to get an infection, and then I'm going to have to get my arm amputated because the infection is going to spread so much, and they're not going to be able to do anything, and then it's going to get in my blood, and then I'm going to go into septic shock, and then I'm going to die. And then what if they don't clean the IV good enough, and anytime they go and flush it, they're pushing just more germs into my blood, and I can't have any germs in my blood because I'm already sick, and so my immune system's already compromised, so it can't fight the germs that are already going to get into my body artificially. And then what if I really don't need fluids? Like, what if my heart is so exhausted because I also have a heart condition, and it beats way too fast. So what if my heart is already exhausted from beating so fast, for being sick for all this time, and then the fluid that they add on is just going to add more workload and stress to my heart, and then my heart starts to fail. And then what if I die from that? And then what if I've never had Zofran before, so what if I'm allergic to Zofran, that anti-nausea medication they may give me, and what if I have an anaphylactic reaction to that? And then what if something is actually wrong with me, and then what if I get admitted, and then what if I get admitted on the floor I work on? And so my brain will just, it literally just does that, like it's a constant fast thought of taking this, Lauren, you're just sick, to holy shit, you're gonna die. So that's actually like my legitimate concern, is all these possible complications from being sick. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you a little insight on how my mind works when I'm sick, and how my bulimia mind loves it when I'm sick because I can't eat, and now all I can think about is how upset I am that my fucking scale is broken. I have to buy a new battery for it, so I can't even see how much I weigh, because I really want to know how much weight I lost from being sick, and I'm really upset that I can't see it, but I'm also really upset that I want to see it, and I want my brain to stop being concerned about possibly dying from meningitis or septic shock, and I also want my bulimia brain to just calm down and realize that it's not good to be sick like this, and that I shouldn't be thinking of possible weight related issues along with being sick. So have you guys like ever had this? Like, how does your eating disorder perk up when you're sick? Do your thoughts lessen? Do they not change? Do they get more intense? So let me know. I want to know. Alright, bye guys. And I'll let you know if I die from meningitis.